welcome to Muse It or Lose It. Today I will talk about coming up with storyline ideas for either short stories, novels, movie scripts, etc. A little bit about myself. The writing bug bit me when I was in 3rd grade. I wrote a children's fable during a fun classroom assignment. It was about 3 ducks who venture out into the woods. One of them gets hurt, and the other ducks help their brother get back home safely. I ended up getting an award, and I read the short story in the auditorium during my commencement speech. That is when I loved writing, and I haven't stopped since. Now, as a writer, I've been asked many times how I come up with my stories. First of all, most of my stories come from stories that I like in certain genres. I love horror, mysteries, paranormal, thrillers, etc. in those certain categories. Now, there are subcategories within those genres, and you could take it even further. Hold on, Art, you're saying? You still haven't explained how you come up with ideas. Well, first of all, what genre do you want to write about? Is it a Western? What time setting does it take place? If it's in the 1800s, do your research and find out what happened in those time frames. I'm writing a Western that takes place in the 1880s. What was big back then? Well, the railway system was being completed. What does a train coming to an old west town bring? It brings people near and far. But what else does it bring? Teachers who bring a different style of teaching. It also brings bad people from other parts of the nation who want to take over a town. You see all those storylines that I've created there? What if I want to make a horror western? How about a sci-fi western? Or just a regular western? There are many stories about the Old West. Go to a library and check out the microfiche newspapers they have in the archives, or Google search newspapers from that era. There's bound to be some great story ideas within those real newspaper articles. Heck, you may even end up solving a real crime. Hey, speaking of crimes, what if you want to write a crime thriller? What do you want it to be about? The secret to writing is asking questions yourself. Why do I want to write a crime thriller? Who are the characters? Do I need a lot? One thing that I found out is that if I know the ending, I should be able to know the beginning. And from there, you can fill in the middle. It's not going to be easy though. You will go through many drafts. And I mean, well, writing is rewriting 100% of the time, and that's a good thing. Have you ever had a dream or a nightmare you always remember and can describe it to a T? Make a story about that. Speaking of dreams, have you ever had a reoccurring dream? I always have the same dream or the same setting. It's always on an old building, which I think used to be my high school, which was built in the 1930s. So that old style is still there. In my dreams, I either walk past it, or I'm inside of the building, or I'm somewhere near the vicinity. I'm sometimes running away from someone chasing me, and I also go through the stairwell, which has many floors. Sometimes I walk the hallways and get to my classroom late, or to a classroom that I forgot to go during the whole semester, and I have to complete the exam, which I forgot. I can make a story about my reoccurring dreams. Actually, I can create a series about them. Here's another secret. Go out in public. Take a notepad so you can jot down ideas. You can also take a tape recorder or use a phone app to record your voice memos. Go out in public. Watch the goings-on around you. There are so many people with so many stories to tell. What can you perceive out of those? And then make your own stories about it. Also, watch movies, read books and newspapers, watch TV and the news. Especially, go out in public and observe. Even nature brings great ideas. At night, look up at the stars. In fact, sit down on your car or the bed of your truck and just look up. Listen to your favorite song. I promise you, you will find your story. You will find your rhythm. You will find your style of writing. Look, I didn't find my style of writing until years later. Now my characters do all the thinking for me, and I just let them take over. It flows out like water from a sewer system. Ew, I should have used a different term. Anyway, go out there and write your stories. Don't give up. Get up, dust yourself off, and write. Write. No one is stopping you but you. This is Art, signing off. And don't forget, muse it or lose it.